Next up is a high protein diet. So what's the impact for an individual who's insulin resistant, has a sedentary lifestyle, they're on low carb, low fats, and very high protein? So you would think that since our energy intake is way down, that our energy toxicity levels should go also way down. And it does go down, just not as much as you would think it would, especially since we're not working out and we're not making use of that protein to build muscle as much as we could. Um, so the thing with proteins, and they get broken down to amino acids, which further gets broken down to glucose when there isn't sufficient fuel. And since our body's not even used to this, so we'll start breaking those amino acids to glucose. And when you get more glucose in the blood, what happens? We elevate insulin, which does what? It locks the fat in. So the energy toxicity does not go as low as we want, and oxidative stress does go up. Why? Because breaking down amino acids to glucose is not efficient. It's not a great way to do things. What happens to our insulin resistance? It stays neutral. It doesn't go up. I don't think it goes down either. So this is not an efficient way for us to do things. Lastly, low carb, high fat, moderate protein. This is the one I want you to pay attention to. If you are insulin resistant and have a sedentary lifestyle, this is the one you need to do. So starting with carbs. Carbs are about 10% of your overall dietary intake. And that's no more than 50 grams of total carbs. And that would be net carbs, so carbs minus fiber, right? And when we stay that low, our blood sugar is low, which means our insulin is low, which means our cells have time to heal because they've been constantly bombarded with insulin, right? So if they stop being bombarded, that means they can relax, they can heal, and they can restore insulin sensitivity. That's what we really are after. So that's the first number you gotta focus on. Keep that number below 50. It's not as bad as a therapeutic keto diet, which is like less than 20 grams. So count your blessings there. But with the fats, we're about 60% of total intake, which is going to sustain our fuel. We need to feel fueled in order to get through this thing for 6 months or however long it's going to take us. And when you have your fats up to 60% of your intake, you're going to feel sustained. Protein is about 30 because we need to keep our protein high in check to keep our muscle mass in store. So those are the numbers you got to look for. When you do this, our energy toxicity will go down, our oxidative stress will go down, and you will ultimately restore insulin sensitivity.